as a gesture of our thanks, I'd like to give you this shirt. It's made right around here, and FootJoy made it for us. It's our new emblem. Wish you'd wear it Thursday night, sir.
You bet. You don't have to, I don't have to wear a tie that night.
No.
Perfect. I think that'll fit me.
Yeah, you look good with it.
For the Mayor's Weekly Update, we're coming to you from the famous Grape Arbor at the Madeira Feast Grounds in the North End to talk feast, because it is Feast Week this week. And with me today is Arthur Agrella, who is the president of the Feast. This year, the most grueling year of his life, no doubt, as he will attest.
Most rewarding.
Most rewarding, too. And Lou Texera, who is the vice president of the Feast this year, formerly the president of the Feast in 2012. And so we're talking all things Feast.
So Mayor, today we actually had a nice look at the new hotel downtown. Can you talk about that?
I'll pass on this one. You can answer. No. No.
It's got a nice lobby.
It does have a nice lobby. You're absolutely right.
It
is a nice hotel. We cut the ribbon on it this morning, and it's taken a while to put together because it's required some fairly novel financing. But people should check it out. It's a nice hotel. It's 70 rooms, and they're just about full for the month of August already. People are coming in. They really like it. And there's a restaurant there as well. It employs 50 people. At this point, 42 of the 50 are New Bedford residents, so that's a good thing for sure. And what it does is it drives what you call residential headcount in the downtown. If there are more people out in the downtown walking the sidewalks, spending money in the shops and restaurants, it's good for everything, and it will have an economic multiplier. So it's a great reuse of an old building.
So also a feast question to the president, vice president. So why should people come down to the feast this year?
As always, it's the place to meet your friends, family, and to meet new friends. Just being the feast president this year, I've had the pleasure of working with 3 or 4 gentlemen that I have never known before, and we've become fast friends over the year, and those friendships will carry on. The number one reason I come to the feast is because it's August, and that's what we do. We love to feast.
So
Great answer.
So what's it like for being the feast president the final week leading up to the feast?
The final week is that's when everything comes together. You put out a lot of contracts for, say, parade, vendors, miscellaneous suppliers, entertainment, and that's when they all show up. So then you have to categorize them, and you get them to get a specific chairman so they can do their jobs, and sometimes those chairmen's not around, so and everything gets thrown back to the prez, like the mayor.
So, I can sympathize. Yeah. Can empathize. Yeah.
But this week here, we found ourselves a little bit ahead of schedule. Also, we're going to do some minor cleanups here and there. The people already stocked their stands, so we're in very good shape and ready to roll with Queen's Right Thursday night. We expect a very loud crowd.
So what does the vice president do compared to the president?
Everything I tell him to do.
Right.
Wait till the president keels over and you step in.
Right.
Next man up.
Right. I'm to-do man if he's busy. But the same thing, I check on things that should be done, make sure they're done. One of the things that I've been working on, we've had since 2012, is the foster kid program. We have foster children with their families come to the feast, and all the kids ride the rides for free. And we give tickets to the foster family so they could have food and drink, and it's just a very nice thing to do, the right thing to do. And at Kids Day, we have a great Kids Day on Saturday. Kids eat for free. We have books, and we have clowns and
snacks for the kids. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Very, very.
We have a race car this year. We have a race car that's going to be pulling in. We sponsored the hood of a race car, and he runs us different racetracks. And he's going to have the car there with the driver to take pictures with the car. I think the boys will like that. Some of the girls will like that.
That's good. Yeah. So from my perspective, Mike, the feast is fabulous and gets more fabulous every year. So he's a busy man. His cell phone's ringing all the time. And it's one of the things I just noticed today. I mean, the sponsorships are more significant every year, and that's because a lot of companies really want to be associated with the event. It's one thing for them just to have their name up in front of a lot of people, that's all good for business. But they actually are putting their businesses' reputations in play when they, put something up for a specific event. And it's because this event over the years has become more family-centered. There's something here for everybody, and it's done all that while remaining true to its roots. It has never become honky-tonk. It has not tried to be something for everybody. It's really about a celebration of Nigerian culture and faith and families and of course food, all those F's. And so it's always been a pleasure for me to come here and support. It's always been really a privilege for me as mayor to help put things in place. I'm in the supporting cast. These guys are working hard and making it happen, and I'm pleased just to be associated with it.
I just want to add one thing. You said friends. We've been friends. I'd like to tell you how I met this guy.
All right.
Do you remember this?
Give him the censored version, Arthur.
What's the first year? What first year you was running for office? What year was that? 2011 or 2012?
2011.
2011. Dave Macedo was the president, and I was invited to sit on a family float of the founders of the feast. We're both related to the founders of the feast. I'm Magrella, he's on the Catino side. So there was representatives of everybody going to sit on a float for the parade. Well, a deluge came down, and I mean really a bad deluge. And I live right next to the staging area, so I called the feast grounds. They said, well, it's still on. So I went to the appointed place in front of Brookline Park. My wife was there, my late wife, and we were sitting under an umbrella with 2 grandchildren. I met today again. And one of my arms was all wet, and we're trying to huddle there to get on this float that hasn't arrived yet. And this sole gentleman, this guy here, is walking down the street on an umbrella. I didn't know him from Adam. He walks up to my wife and I, and he shakes our hands, and he says, hey, I'm John Mitchell, I'm running for mayor. So we exchanged pleasantries. He asked for our vote, and up the street he went because there was nobody else to shake hands with. My wife turned around and looked at me and says, I'm voting for that guy. And I say,
he really wants the job. He's out in a mess like this.
That's exactly what she said.
No,
Exactly what she said. You hit it right on the head. And that's how we became supporters of Mayor Mitchell. All through a race.
I won't forget that day, Arthur. Yeah, that was.
The motto of that story is shake hands in the rain. You never know where your vote will come from.
So Mayor Mitchell, what's the must-have food when you come to the feast every year?
Well, I just ate some of it. I just ate some of the carne de spit. That was fabulous, as always. I don't limit myself, Mike. I'll have a little Bafana, I'll have a little Casurla, I'll have some linguiça, and maybe a little malasadish if I care to wait in the line. But you know what? It just occurred to me, being here the day before, I should probably hit the ticket line first. There's nobody in it right now.
Nobody in it right now.
I could get all my tickets and be ready for this weekend that easily. So, but no, it's.
That's a good point. Some of these machines will be livened up by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Some people do that. They will come in and they will get their tickets so they don't have to wait in line when they get out of work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that on Fridays. They'll come at noontime, they'll grab a sandwich, they'll get their tickets for the night, and then they'll come back after work all freshly showered and shaved and ready to party.
Yeah, so for me, the food, all of the above.
So let's talk Saturday. You already talked about the Kids' Day, but what's new this year about it? Anything different going on with it?
Well, we still have Senior Day, 12 to 4. They'll be parking at the Lincoln School, if I'm correct. The Lincoln School on Ashley Boulevard with a shuttle bus. Seniors, 12 to half-price dinners, 12 to 4. We'll have a little bit of music up in the pavilion for them to dine by, and that's always a good thing. Carnival will be up and running, and like we said, we have the Kids' Day with the stuff. What else we got on Kids' Day?
It runs that day.
The
road race. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
5K road race. Remember our late friend David
Lister.
David Lister. That's right.
Yeah, and the thing about the race is, it's been a few years since I ran in it, but in no road race in America can you get as complimentary as a participant Casurla sandwich. Right? There's nothing to quench your thirst on a hot August day after a 3-mile run than a Casurla sandwich.
Wash it down with
a beer.
A soda or a beer full.
No, it's good. No, it's a great race. It really is.
And the feast ends with a parade on Sunday. Not ending the parade, but it's one of the big events on Sunday.
Yeah,
Mayor Mitchell usually in the parade, right?
Oh yeah, I get my parade wave going. The whole thing. No, it's a good parade. It's always well attended. It just heads right down the avenue from Brookline Park and comes in here, and it's fun. It's a good day.
Let's talk opening.
Unless it's raining, like
No,
it was that
we
day.
don't say that word.
Yeah.
So let's talk opening ceremony. What's the day and time of that?
That'll be. We'll go into Methodist Church at 5:15. We should be out here hopefully by 5:45. and then we'll be in front of the monument for the national anthems of Madeira, Portugal, the United States. We have I think we have the governor on board this year. He's coming down, so the governor will make some remarks. The Portuguese Council will make some remarks. Our guest from Madeira will make some remarks. The mayor will make some remarks, and then I will finish it off, I hope.
So let's talk some mayor stuff. So construction on Union Street.
Yeah.
It's been pretty heavy down there. It's kind of hard to navigate downtown. When is that going to end?
When is it gonna all end? It's getting there, Mike. I was down there today walking it, and it's it's a matter of months before the heavy stuff is done. It will be next year another layer put on the surface. What construction crews do nowadays, if you want to do it the right way, and we want to do it the right way, is to let it settle a little bit over the winter, and then you put the top layer on, and that actually prevents a lot of cracking, because we want the stuff to last. Look, it's expensive to pave roads, and we want to make sure it's done the right way. But this is I get it. The pain. It's a little painful to go through all this, and it's disruptive, especially for the small businesses there. So I encourage people to get down there and patronize the small businesses, take advantage of the free parking. But it's look, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a real nice corridor. Union Street is the main street of downtown, and it's gonna look 10 times better than when we started. It's with the brick sidewalks, and of course the new hotel and a lot of other activity there. So we are, we're getting close. It's, to use a football analogy, we're in the red zone. So we're getting close to the goal line, and we look forward to seeing the finished product. All right, so here's to another successful feast. This is 104. No, 105.
104.
104.
Always over your first choice.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Cheers. Thank you, Mayor.
Cheers.